Some sacrifices are necessary in order to achieve your fitness goals, or really any goal for that matter. And today we're going to talk about that. What is up, people? Jean Carlos here with the Total Body Training Podcast, where I help people get lean, gain some muscle, and build some damn confidence. We're talking about the sacrifices that you have to make in order to achieve your fitness goals. Now, or any goal for that matter. When people start working out and exercising, or if they have a goal that they'd like to reach, like let's say they want to lose 20 or 30 pounds, they need to realize, or you should realize, that if you're going to do that, you're going to have to sacrifice a few things. And those things will come in these three categories: food, time, and lifestyle. Let's talk about that. Now, let's say that you want to lose some weight. You're going to have to eat a little bit cleaner. You're going to have to go on some kind of nutrition plan. You're going to have to go on some kind of cut in order to lose that weight. And so that's going to make you have to, by necessity of what a caloric deficit is, by the nature of what losing weight is, you're going to have to cut some food out of your diet, and you're going to have to eat a little bit cleaner. There's no way around it. And that is the first thing that you're going to have to accept, that is something that you just have to do. It's just a part of the process, and that's okay. And you won't always have to stop eating pizza on Friday nights for forever, just until the point that you lose the weight, and then until the point that you learn how to eat unhealthy foods, or whatever that means, in moderation. So you can have cheat meals without overdoing it. You can have drinks with friends without overdoing it, right? All of those things, the reason why we've gained the weight is because, let's be honest, you're overdoing it. So we're gonna have to sacrifice how you were eating before in order to create a new version of yourself, a new person who looks at food in a different way, eats a little bit healthier for an extended period of time until they lose the weight, and then learns how to reintegrate less healthy foods, pizza, burgers, whatever, fries, all that stuff, in a more moderate way that doesn't make them continue to gain weight. The reason why you're overweight is because you're at a caloric surplus. And the way that we fix that is by being at a caloric deficit, so by being on a diet for a long enough time that you can lose the weight, and then after that, hopefully maintain and base. So the only way to do this is to sacrifice the way that you were eating before. That's it. It's got to change. There's no way around it. The next step is time. Time. All of us are running out of time constantly. Many of us are very, very busy. Maybe we've got a really busy job, or we own a company, or we have multiple jobs, right? Or we're a parent, or maybe we're a single parent. We're very, very busy people. A lot of us do, however, have some kind of downtime where we could work out and take better care of our health, but we're not so efficient with how we use that time. So maybe that extra 30 minutes when you come home that you spend sitting on the couch and watching a TV show could be spent with you going for a walk or going to the gym. Maybe you're going to, or by the necessity of I guess I should say that working out requires you to take away leisure time or time that you give to something else. So maybe you can't go to Tuesday afternoons with Lisa and your friends to the nail salon. I don't know, I'm just giving you an example. Or maybe you can't go to poker night with your friends. You're going to have to make some time adjustments in order for you to take better care of your health, and get in and work out. And I'm not saying that those time adjustments need to be that you work out for 3 hours on end. I'm not saying that. You don't have to do a crazy bodybuilding workout. Just 30 to 45 minutes is a really great place to start, and a really great place to put your training at in your head. You can start off small. Maybe you just start off with 25 minutes, right? That's a sacrifice of time. Instead of you watching Friends for the 5th time on Netflix, you say, I'm not gonna watch Friends yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a walk, and then when I come home after my 25-minute walk, I will watch Friends. It's that simple. Now, it's really not that simple because, like I said, in some situations, some of us really just have a really cramped schedule, so maybe you have to make a bigger time sacrifice, which is, I'm gonna have to get up at 4 o'clock or 4:30 a.m. to go work out at the gym for an hour. I'm going to have to wake up so that I can go for a walk. I'm going to have to wake up earlier. Or maybe you need to go to bed just a little bit later so that you can get into the gym and work out, right? Either way, there's no way around it. You are going to have to sacrifice some of your time that you dedicate to other stuff, maybe useless tasks, or some of the time that you dedicate to other people, whether it's a friend or a family member. I know that that sounds tough. I know that you've got a busy schedule. I know that you've got a lot on your plate, but I guarantee you that somewhere in there you've got some kind of wiggle room that you can move around with or you can play with in order to get your shit together and accomplish your goal. Now, the third area where you're going to need to make some sacrifices is your lifestyle. And I would say that like food and time intersect with that, but so do family and friends, and so do entertainment that you engage in. So maybe in the past, one of the ways that you spent your time was, like I said earlier, meeting up with friends on, a consistent regular basis. And they always meet up at 6 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays to play poker. There's an example. Maybe you can't do that right now if you're wanting to take better care of your health, or at the very least, maybe you need to show up later to the poker game, right? Maybe you've got to do that in order for you to accomplish your goal. That is a lifestyle change. Here's another example of a lifestyle change. Maybe you and Gladys and the rest of your friends like to go out for drinks on a Friday night, but you need to get up earlier to go work out. Maybe you can go out with your friends, drink a little bit less, and come home a little bit earlier so that you can get up early to go to your class, right? Those are the kinds of lifestyle changes that people really have to make in order to accomplish their goal. This weekend, we have Super Bowl. I was speaking with a client because she's losing weight right now, and she was explaining to me, oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to have a crazy Super Bowl at my house, a Super Bowl party at my house, because there's gonna be too much temptation with too much food. And my response is, well, eventually you'll be able to have that Super Bowl party once we lose some of this weight and we get, our stuff together so that we can appreciate celebration and so that we can appreciate being around friends and family and so that we can appreciate nachos and cheese or steaks or whatever it is that you're eating. But right now, we're gonna put this on hold. We're gonna make this small lifestyle change so that in the future we can enjoy these things in a more healthy and responsible way so they don't conflict with our health and they don't conflict with our goals of getting in better shape and feeling better in our bodies. So, what I'm saying here is that there's no way around it. There are going to be some sacrifices that are just completely necessary in order for you to achieve your goal. Those things are in the areas of food, time, and lifestyle. And having a conversation with yourself about what that means before you start a nutrition plan or before you start working out will hopefully help you understand what is required of you to achieve that goal. So now that you recognize, hey, maybe I do need to not eat hot Cheetos every lunch break, or maybe I do need to make more time in my day, or maybe I do need to come home a little bit earlier from being out with the girls or the women, there we go, on Friday nights. Once you have that conversation with yourself, you can start to notice trends in your behavior that affect you, hopefully, and try to change them from there, right? Start to make little tiny adjustments so that you can figure it out. You're just going to have to accept the fact that sacrifices are inherent in order for you to achieve your goal. Now, I am no habit psychologist or therapist. There might be a better way to do this, but for me, when I first started trying to take better care of my health, these were the areas, food, time, and lifestyle changes, that I knew I needed to fix in order to do them. And having a realistic conversation with myself that I was going to be giving up some of those things really helped me be able to have a more healthy expectation of what I was going to need to do in order to accomplish my goals. And it helped me put that idea in my head that eventually I will be able to eat pizza on Friday nights without, there being an issue, or eventually I will be able to go out with my friends a little bit more often. But right now I've got to kind of buckle down until I hit my goals and then find a healthier way in order to maintain that. All right, people. I might have been a little repetitive there, but you get the point. So this is it. That's all I wanted to say. Some sacrifices are necessary. Have a conversation with yourself about what those sacrifices are, what that will mean, and how you will deal with the stress that you might have when you start trying to change those things. And I promise you, you will be more successful, at least I was, if you do that. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to the Total Body Training Podcast. Until next time, peace.